Hey everybody, welcome to the video. We have a Macintosh from 2006 here, and I've had this thing for a little over 2 weeks. It has a 2 gigahertz Core 2 Duo, 2 gigs of RAM, Radeon X1600, and that's about it. It's a dinky little machine. It's kind of beat up. But I've been doing a lot of things on it over these past 2 weeks, and I have tried to make a video with it, and I couldn't get that to work. So I had another idea. Bootcamp. I'm going to have to find out how Bootcamp works, because I don't really know if macOS just does everything for you, whether it installs Windows for you, whether Bootcamp is even on this computer, like whether I have to actually install Bootcamp. I don't know how this works. So, I'm going to do a quick, Google search on my Google machine, and I'm going to see what happens, and we're going to have fun today. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so I decided to just search Bootcamp into my applications folder out of curiosity, and here is Bootcamp Assistant. This is probably something I need. Okay, so this will partition and install it. So, install Windows 7. I don't want to install... I was hoping for Windows XP, but if Windows 7 wants to... If that's... If I uncheck it... No, I'll use Windows 7. So, now I gotta burn a copy to CD or DVD. Okay. I guess I'm gonna grab a DVD then. Why not? Sure. 650 megabytes of goodness. And I guess I'll just put it in there. I hope 650 megabytes is enough. Probably is. Yeah, sure. Alright. So it's gonna download that. Wow, this is a much more streamlined process than I was expecting. Thank you, Apple, for making things simple once again. That's very nice of you. Ignore. Yeah, ignore the CD. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, this is a very old computer running a very old OS trying to install an out-of-support Windows OS, so I guess it would make sense if those servers were down. Well, I wonder if I can get that online. I mean, I've got a version of Firefox right here. Oh, here we are. Nice. Okay, so this seems to have everything. Windows 7 and Windows 8 on your Mac. Yeah, that should hopefully this will support my Mac. Oh wait, what versions? Right, so this seems to be for newer versions. This goes into 2014. I don't know if this... Okay, so, I did a bit of searching online, and Apple just keeps this stuff on their website. They archive all this. Oop, didn't mean to do that. They just keep all their old Bootcamp software on their site, which is very nice of them. I like how they archive all their old stuff. You can download Mountain Lion. You can download basically every version of macOS for free, 10.7 and up. Really nice of them to just do that. But yeah, I guess I just download this, and what's gonna happen is we're gonna mount a disk, or no, this is a zip file. We're gonna extract this zip file. We're gonna mount the Bootcamp disk image, and then we're gonna copy the contents to a USB drive that I have plugged into the computer. Then I'm just gonna install Windows, and it should just work, which is pretty cool. Like, rather nice of them to make it that easy to do. So, yeah, I just need to install Windows 7, essentially. But, knowing that Windows 7 knowing that it exists in form of this software, knowing the drivers are here on Apple's website, I originally wanted to do Windows XP, so I want to see if Windows XP Bootcamp stuff is on their website as well. So we're gonna search that up, and it looks like, yeah, it's there. Yeah, 32-bit support only. Okay. Nah. Okay, so I was thinking I'd do Windows XP, but it doesn't have 64-bit support, and I just feel dirty using a 32-bit OS when I can use a 64-bit version, so I'm going to use Windows 7 64-bit on here, and that's going to make me feel much better, because Windows 7 is still cool. Not as cool as XP, but it's still pretty cool. So we're going to download that, and I'm going to just prepare the USB drive, and we're going to install Windows 7, and we're going to have a good time. Setup.exe. Okay, so it looks like this doesn't come as a disk image, but I can just copy this to USB 32. Yeah, and that's going to take a few minutes because this is USB 2.0, but for the time being, I'll see you then when that's finished. Right, so that download's finished, and on the USB drive, I still want to use Bootcamp Assistant though, so I'm just going to not do that, but I'm going to let it install Windows 7. And oh, I see. Let's give this 40 gig partition. And I really didn't think there was that little space free. I should delete some of the files I have on here, honestly. Because, yeah, that is desperately small. That's okay. Oops. But yeah, that's okay. That's fine. I'll just... the previous video I was doing kind of messed up my downloads folder, and I downloaded a lot of crap on here, you know? I was trying to get macOS 10.11 El Capitan on here with like a bunch of corrupted macOS installers that I just couldn't figure out were corrupted, and then I found one that works, but I still couldn't get it to work. It wasn't fun. So while getting El Capitan to work on an unsupported Mac is a fun idea in theory, I just don't do it. So yeah, I'll give Windows the max 60 gig partition, just give this 100, you know, whatever. And, yeah, you know, let's give it a quick install here. It might take a while, though, because it's doing some intense hard drive things on a really slow one. Okay, so I gotta insert Windows installer disk, and that's fair enough. I probably have a Windows 7 install disk somewhere around here. Just gotta search for it. I've got multiple CD cases, so here is my totally legit copy of Windows 7 x64. We're gonna put that in the CD drive and install it, I guess. Oh no, spinny beach ball. Ugh. Beach balls aren't fun, from my recollection. Oh, status partitioning disk. Okay, so it's doing stuff now. Alright, it's finished up partitioning the disk. I hear the CD spinning up. It's restarting, I guess. It's gonna go into Windows setup now, and I'm gonna have to do the installation process for that. Yep, there's the bong. Hear that disk going. It's what? Select CD-ROM boot type? I've never seen this screen before. I've never heard of this screen before. One? Uh-oh, it's not detecting my keyboard. Oh, rats. I didn't know I had an official version of Windows XP. It's Service Pack 2. It's 32-bit, so let's just try it out, I guess. Oh, wow, this is, like, still taped onto here. Wow, okay, so this is... kind of an old CD. I don't know if it's been prone to data loss or something, but it might work, I hope. I don't know. It's kind of cool looking. Look at that little funky reflective thing. Ooh. Well, let's put it in the Mac. See what happens. Alright, now it's spinning up. And Windows. Let's start her up and see what happens. Okay. Here we are. This is farther than we got last time, tell you that for sure. Right, so that's taking a while. Right, okay, so hopefully the keyboard works. Yep, okay, keyboard's working. F8. And so now, yeah, we're gonna install this right here on Bootcamp. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I kind of expected this, but I'm curious to see how it worked. Because macOS, to run macOS, you need a GUID partition table. It does not accept MBR. It's not a thing you can do with Macintosh. And yet, right here, it says it's a master boot record thing. Now, to be clear, Windows XP does at least recognize GPT partition table, and it understands EFI, but it will not install to a system with it because that is for the Itanium processors. And so we have the Intel version right here, of course, and I guess it's just registering as MBR for some reason, and I wonder how it's working. I just don't know how that happens. But yeah, we're going to install to this right here. Right, so I gotta restart the computer. I'm gonna hold Option. Boom. I'm gonna hold Option, and I'm gonna select the Windows XP, the new Windows XP partition that should show up on this computer here in the boot picker. Hopefully, if everything's done right, at least. There we go. There's Windows. And it just works. And there's a beautiful boot screen. So from here, all I have to do is really just do a standard Windows XP install. And if you're watching this channel, you probably know exactly what this looks like. I mean, okay, it's going to convert all that to NTFS because it's FAT32, I guess. But, yeah, you know exactly what this looks like if you're watching this channel because you probably, like me, have a love for computers that's a little bit more beyond than the average person. You're probably a power user. You've used Linux. You know what you're doing. So I'm not going to bother and show this unless something notable happens. So I'll just see you... I'll just see you when this finishes up. Looks like it's restarting. First of all, I want to check the Windows CD. I don't need that anymore. Thank you. Let's put that back in the casing. Unidentified operating system on drive C. That's probably Mac OS, of course. But let's get into Microsoft Windows XP. I wonder what happens if I try to boot Mac OS from the Windows boot picker. I wonder what would happen if I did that. Okay. Yep, that's fine. What, to 600 or 800 by 600, I think? Something along the lines, at least. This would be much better if the sound drivers were working. Yeah. Be nice if I could hear. Sad. Oh well. Like that still works. So, I have one user, and that's me, Mr. Maggie, of course. Oh, well, that's finished up. And let's log in, I guess. Right, so first of all, first thing I do is I change the resolution to the max it can go. Because right now it's at 800 by 600. As you can see, we can turn it up a bit. And there you go. This is, of course, not the native resolution of Windows, or this screen, but we're going to fix that in just one moment here. Because while this installed, I put the Bootcamp drivers for XP on this USB flash drive. So I guess in theory, I should just be able to run the exe that I got, because it's an exe instead of a zip file. I didn't even have to do anything. It just came as a Windows executable from the Apple website. Give it a moment to recognize the fact that I plugged in a USB drive. There it goes, and should pop up in Explorer. Here it is. And let's run it. Okay, welcome back. Drivers is very unsuccessful, very hard to do on this computer. But I might have found something. And it's not very conventional. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks good. So now I guess I'll install that. So you can explore that software. It's very... Okay, so that's all finished up. Finished, and we of course have to restart the computer. Sounds working. Things are looking up. I'll tell you that for sure. Hear it. Listen to it. You may not agree, but that's the sound of victory. No longer are the days of CPU rendering. We have GPU acceleration, and that's all I ever wanted. I'm going to do some extra setup, get Service Pack 4 installed, install some extra software, games, things like that, and I'll be back when I finish with that. Ciao. Hey everybody. It has been 2 days, I believe. Sort of gave this project a little bit of a rest after getting it all set up. And that's because I've been a little busy, but I am back. I am here. Still have a cough. Arguably a little bit worse, actually. But, yeah, I have 2 games. Don't let the amount of icons fool you. I have 2 games here that I'd like to test. And, I don't know which order these videos will be releasing in, but I did the same 2 games on a different computer, so, yeah. So first one up is Half-Life, the original Half-Life, and I expect this to run very well because it's an old game. Alright, there it is. It's starting up. Let's get that resolution adjusted to what this computer can handle. Alright, there we go. I like to just go through the intro of the game. Let's turn the sound down. That's a little loud. Whoa. Well then. I've never adjusted the sound on this. I want to see something. That looked a little weird. Oh, well. I guess the Bootcamp drivers take over the Mac OS like sound adjuster thing. Anyways, back to Half-Life. Let's start that up. And first thing is we gotta show FPS 1, and now that's up in the top corner of the frame rate.
And welcome to the Black Mesa.
I don't know how well you can see that, but
this automated train is provided for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. The time is 8:47 a.m. Current topside temperature is 93 degrees, with an estimated high of 100. The Black Mesa compound is maintained at a pleasant 68 degrees at all times. This train is inbound from Level 3 dormitories to Sector C test labs and drone clearance security. Please contact...
Right, so I'm not experiencing any dips in frame rate. This is a smooth 71 for some reason frame rate. So with that, I'm going to move on to our next game, and that is Portal. And this might not run as well because it's 1 year newer than this computer. And while this computer does have dedicated graphics, they aren't incredibly all that powerful. So I would take the performance to be maybe a little worse on this one. Oh, source loading screen, I don't miss you any day. Alright, here we are. Let's just adjust the settings. Oh, source lag. Whoa, the radiation noise just played. What the heck? Okay, this ain't Half-Life. I mean, it probably has all the Half-Life files being a source game, but still. I'm just gonna set this to, like, highest settings, except for anti-aliasing and filtering, because that really hammers the graphics card and just... Oof. You could make a beat out of that. Okay, and then seal underscore show FPS 1. And there we go. So right now we're showing about 25 to 30 frames, which isn't great, but it's still better than I expected. Alright. Yeah, that's not great, but we are running on the absolute highest settings that this computer, or that the game supports, so let's turn down that to medium. Actually, I like texture detail, but actually no. Let's turn that down because I think this graphics card only has like something like 250 megabytes of VRAM. So let's turn down some of these things. It's a little better, but it's still not great. Yeah, that's not amazing. Alright, let's go all low settings now. Alright, now that we're on all low settings, yeah, things haven't changed too much, but it's not unplayable, you know? It works.
To the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning are the primary goals of all enrichment center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety.
Out of curiosity, I'm going to lower the resolution. Let's see here. What's a good 16... Oh, that's certainly not 16 by 10. Wow, yeah. I guess 720 by 480. These are all like 9 by 16 or 10 by 16 resolutions for some reason, but this is the only other one that could possibly make a difference, so that's weird. Yeah, that's really weird, Portal. Oh, that is a lot better. That's over a smooth 60. So let's turn that up a bit. We're tuning performance here today, boys. Still, okay, there's absolutely no other 16 by 10 resolutions that aren't flipped to be like vertical for some reason, so we'll keep it like this. Yep, this is very playable now. I don't know if anybody would ever want to play at this resolution, but you can if you want above 60.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test. However, note the incandescent particle.
Yeah, that's really about all you can ask for, I guess. Smooth 60. I mean, it's not. You could ask for better graphics, but anyways, that's all I really have to test here. And I know I did not really do a lot this video. I just kind of messed around with a Macintosh, but that's at the end of the day what all my channel is about. It's messing around, tinkering, experimenting, and if I don't do much, that's simply just because I don't have much ideas. So, yep. I suppose I will see you all in the next video. Got a few coming out. I know I've talked about a couple of episodes, a few videos with different laptops that really haven't come to fruition yet. I've been procrastinating, being completely honest. But yep, that one with the ThinkPad's still coming up. I think I've got a few others coming down the line. I don't really remember all of what I have, but with that, I guess I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.